We are back. Happy Wednesday. It's the 300th day of the year. Yeah, thought I'd throw that out there. It is the 27th day of October 2021. It's Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday. Let's get her going, folks. Once again, courtesy of our friends at Sun Basin Theaters, we have up for grabs a pass for two people to the VIP spot at the Gateway Cinema out there in Old Station. It's the only way to watch a movie. Big, comfortable chairs, great sound system, recliners. You have the little pull-out thing to put your food on as you're kicking back and watching the movie. No screaming kids. It's the only way to watch a movie. The VIP spot at the Gateway Cinema. Tickets for two. You can use them anytime you want for the winter, all the way through May of next year. You can hold on to them and wait for a movie you want to see. On top of that, if that wasn't enough, and gee, don't you think it ought to be, we're going to throw in one of these NCW Life Channel mugs filled with Halloween candy inside. And, of course, the prize everybody wants, an NCW Life Channel mouse pad. One winner gets the whole 9 yards, the mouse pad, the mug, the tickets to the VIP theater at the Gateway Cinema. Winner at ncwlife.com. Email address, it's an email-only contest. Winner at ncwlife.com. If you have more than one email address, you can enter more than once, but you cannot enter over and over and over again on the same email address. We keep track of these things. Some reminders: you have to be at least 21 to enter and win the contest, because it's 21 and older to get into the VIP spot. That's number one. Number two, you have to be a very important person to win the contest. You have to be important. Number three, don't forget about this. Employees of Soluna Broadcasting, Local Telecommunications, and their immediate families are not eligible to win. Sorry, Malcolm. And if you don't enter, you can't win. You are automatically out of the contest if you don't enter the contest. Winner at ncwlife.com. Winner at ncwlife.com. I'll give you a couple more reminders. We'll do the drawing at 10 o'clock this morning on Facebook Live. So if you enter, come back and visit our Facebook page 10 o'clock this morning. We'll do the drawing right here at the Broadcast Metroplex. All right, winner at ncwlife.com. We got some things to talk about. We have a flood watch. It's going to go into effect later on today for those burned out areas. We got some rain coming our way overnight tonight into Thursday. Significant rain in those areas up in the Okanagan County, the Cedar Creek fire, the Cub Creek fire, and in Chelan County, the 25-mile fire. The fires are toast. You don't have to worry about that. But those burn scars means with the rains that are expected, could see some rock slides and some mudslides. We got a flood watch for those areas. It starts at 1 o'clock tonight, 1 o'clock in the morning, goes until 11 o'clock on Thursday night. We'll get more information. We have a huge fire hose of water pointed right at the Pacific Northwest. Forecast details are coming up. Today is going to be lots of sunshine and a lot of wind. We have news to get to. A significant drug bust out in the Columbia Basin will be our lead story. In sports, Game 1 of the World Series is in the books. Atlanta has a 1-0 lead, and we'll have highlights of last night's Kashmir Cascade girls soccer match that we televised here on the NCW Life Channel, and everything else you need to get your day going. Got a good show for you today, and Linda Haglund will be joining me in the back half of the show, the executive director of the Wenatchee Downtown Association, making her very first appearance on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We're talking trick-or-treating on the Avenue. Gets back on Sunday. It's the way to do it. Linda will give you the details coming up in the back half of the program. What do you say we begin our festivities with our tour around North Central Washington? The cross camera begins our journey as it bats lead off. God, I love the World Series. I just love the World Series. I know, I'm weird. Just a little bit of sunshine out there, a little clear skies. We're looking good. Sun's not up yet, of course. It's just now starting to wake up. 7:37 sunrise this morning, 5:51. Sunset tonight, 10 hours and 14 minutes of daylight. Good morning to the valley. Let's see where Uriah wants to go. He gets to decide. He wants to go see Rocky Reach Dam. He wants to see the Baker Flats Industrial Park. He wants to see Lake Aniat. And we're seeing it all from our Omi Gardens camera pointed up towards Chelan. By the way, the weather is going to cooperate, so they're going to do a little bit more work on the highway today on 97. The Douglas County side of the highway. Remember, they're doing that emergency chip seal oopsie-doopsie thing that they got to get fixed. They had some weather delays, and they're going to be working on that today. So if you're traveling up to Chelan on the Douglas County side of the Columbia River, you could find some delays. We'll talk about that in the news. Camper 3. Ooh, is that the Badger Mountain camera? I think so. Looks to be Badger Mountain, and I think I think that is snow we are seeing in the upper right-hand corner of your screen at Mission Ridge. I think I see some snow. That's got to make the skiers and snowboarders feel pretty good. Good morning to Badger Mountain, camera 4. Off to Lake Chelan we go from, I want to say that's the lower Butte camera. We have two of them. We have one right at the very top of the butte, about 4,000 feet in elevation. This one's about 3,000 feet in elevation, and it's a little bit closer to the town of Chelan than the one on the upper butte. Lake Chelan looking good, and I think I see snow off in the distance there as well. Good views this morning from our good friend, Mr. Darby. Wind gusts today, especially in the Waterville Plateau. The jet stream is out of position. It's pointed right at the Pacific Northwest, and that means we're in for a windy day today. We have a slide to show for you. These are wind gusts, not sustained winds, just wind gusts, and you see where we're circled there. That's the point where we're going to have some significant wind gusts. You folks in the Waterville Plateau, you're going to get blown around a little bit. Now, we're not going to be too windy down here in the Wenatchee Valley. We're going to see some winds 10 to 25 miles an hour in the Wenatchee Valley, but gusts at 30 to 40 or even stronger up in the Waterville Plateau and those places that are susceptible to strong wind conditions. You're going to get windy conditions as well, and those arrows to show you the direction that the wind is coming from. We talked about the flood watch. We're a little worried about mud and rock slides because of the burn scars. Again, specifically the Cedar Creek fire and the Cub Creek fire in the Okanagan County area and the big 25-mile fire that burned in July and August above Lake Chelan. Those are going to be susceptible to mudslides and rock slides with the upcoming rainfall. Again, you don't have the vegetation that is holding the soil in place, so we're keeping a very close eye on that. The flood watch starts at 11 o'clock at 1 a.m. this morning and goes until 11 o'clock on Thursday night. And finally, what's causing all this? Take a look at this satellite image. You can see the jet stream. That is a fire hose of water and is heading right at us. We are right in the target. So today, we're going to see sunshine, but we're going to have windy conditions as that jet stream begins to make its way into the Pacific Northwest. And right behind the sun and the wind is going to be rain. Sustained rain begins tonight and lasts all the way through Friday. That's what we're looking at. Pretty spectacular. All right, sunshine, windy, 55. Your high today, and again, most of the wind will be in the Chelan and Waterville area, but we're going to have some wind here in the valley. Right now, the wind is out of the northwest at 18 miles an hour, so it is blowing. 43 for the overnight low tonight. We're going to start talking about some significant rain in the overnight hours tonight. Rain all day on Thursday. Not a heavy rain, but it's going to be a sustained rain all day, really, on Thursday. And you see some of the warmer air that's going to be escorted in. 60 are high on Thursday. That's about 5 degrees above normal. Rain on Thursday night, and then finally we dry out on Friday, and starting Friday and going right through the weekend, including Halloween on Sunday. Lots of sunshine, but cool temperatures. Look at the overnight lows in the 30s. The snow level, by the way, is going to drop down to about 4,500 feet. So that's just above pass level at Stevens and Blewett. So they're going to get maybe a little bit of light snow, maybe a little bit of slush, but it looks like you'll be okay if you're driving in the mountain passes. But 4,500 feet and above, they are expecting some snow. And starting on Monday, by the way, November 1st, we'll start doing your pass reports on a regular basis here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Okay, 9 minutes after the hour, a 1 minute break, and then a whole bunch of news coming your way. You're watching a Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Kids are resilient. I just love their energy. They bounce back so quickly. I love the stories they tell. I love just their charisma, their character. I love to see that subtle smile that you pull out of a kid, you know, when you start talking with them about something they really like. I just love what I do, and I can't imagine I would be as happy doing anything else.
Hi, I'm current school board member Dr. Michelle Sandberg. As a physician and a veteran of the U.S. Army, I have learned how to lead and plan in times of crisis. And as a mental health professional, I recognize the increased needs that our students and staff have during this pandemic. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this election during this time of crisis, and more than anything, we need leadership right now. Please vote for me, Michelle Sandberg, for Wenatchee School Board.
10 minutes after the hour, 46 degrees, clear skies, lots of sunshine, lots of wind today. The rain begins overnight tonight, and it will rain tonight, all day Thursday, and into the wee small hours of Friday morning before we go back to sunshine and cool temperatures for Halloween weekend. We begin with this story. Law enforcement raided an Ephrata home early on Monday morning, and they reported, check out these numbers there, they're startling. They are reporting that they seized 1.5 pounds of methamphetamine, 0.5 pound of heroin, and 33 grams of cocaine. Arrested in the raid at 630 Basin Street, Southwest, Space 38, 41-year-old Samuel R. Mota Mesa of Ephrata. He is currently lodged, as you might imagine, in the Grant County Jail, awaiting charges. A search warrant on the home was served by Ephrata Police, the Grant County Interagency Narcotics Enforcement Team, the Columbia River Drug Task Force, and the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. The Columbia River Drug Task Force also seized a vehicle they alleged was used in drug trafficking. The Wenatchee Police Department are looking for a couple of women that we're going to throw up there on the screen. Take a look there. These two women, according to the Wenatchee Police, are suspected in a string of local alcohol thefts from the Wenatchee Safeway. Wenatchee Police releasing these two photos of these women who were seen in the store at apparently different times. Anybody with information on the identities of the women that you see on your screen is asked to call the Rivercom non-emergency line at 509-663-9911. The latest lawsuit attempting to overturn Governor Jay Inslee's COVID-19 vaccination mandates tossed out of federal court. U.S. District Judge Thomas Rice ruled against the plaintiffs on Monday. In Spokane, he refused to grant the injunction that would stop the governor's mandate. Inslee ordered all Washington health workers and about 800,000 state employees to be vaccinated by October 18th or lose their jobs. About 1,900 people have resigned or been terminated from state employment since then. There have been 42 court challenges to Governor Inslee's orders, and none of them have passed constitutional muster. If the weather cooperates, the state is going to finish up the work that they did on that emergency repair job on Highway 2 between East Wenatchee and Orondo. The work caused big traffic backups. Take a look at that. This is last week on the highway. The State Department of Transportation is encouraging travelers to use 97A on the Chelan County side of the Columbia River today. The work to repair failing sections of wheel rut chip seal was scheduled to wrap up last Friday, but the rain delayed the work into this week. A Wenatchee City Councilman has been hired as the new general manager of the Pybus Public Market. Travis Hornby will replace Leslie Freitag, who is retiring after leading Pybus for the past 2.5 years. In addition to serving on the city council, Hornby owns and operates Blue Palm Frozen Yogurt in Moses Lake. Hornby will also be the director of the Pybus Foundation. He'll work alongside Leslie Freitag beginning November 15th until she leaves formally at the end of this year. More applications are expected to start arriving for short-term rentals in Chelan County. As of last week, Chelan County has only received about 40 applications from vacation rental owners to continue operating under the county's new regulations for the practice. Community Development Director Jim Brown told Chelan County Commissioners on Monday that based on his conversations with those owners, a flood of new applications is getting ready to come on in. There are an estimated 1,300 housing units that have already been used for nightly and weekend rentals in Chelan County. And finally, for the last year or so, NCW Young Voters have been organizing online forums led by teenage moderators where local candidates discuss key issues. Here at the NCW Live Channel, we're presenting segments from their forums on the Wenatchee Valley School Board races this week. This morning, we turned to the race for Eastmont School District, Position 3, incumbent Annette Eggers and challenger Jason Hines.
And Daniel asks, how will you work to listen to the voices of Latino families that have generally been underrepresented in the past?
Is sitting down with those Latino families, Latino students, listening to how Eastmont can do better. We're not hitting the mark on everything. We're not perfect. Eastmont School District in that sense. So sitting down with those students, parents, having get-togethers with school board members, making myself available, having I wouldn't say town halls because those never happen or work, but being available, putting myself out there on social media, being approachable, being available to those families, and figuring out how we can work better. how we can do better within the Latino community. A large portion of the school-age children in Eastmont are Latino families. And so trying to figure out how we can do better to help them out. I don't have all the answers, and I won't even venture to guess to have all the answers. So having those folks that have that ability to help me out, I'm going to reach out and I'm going to ask for help.
As we've moved forward over the last several years, there's lots of things that Eastmont has done, and I would encourage us to continue to not only do those things but implement other things as well. With everything going, everything in writing and also in social media going out in Spanish and English, that is a big deal. I think that is so important. Also, our PAC group that I spoke about earlier when I was talking about the English Language Learners Program, our PAC group it's intended for those Latino families to have a voice, to get together, to meet with administrators and teachers and see where things are and where they need to go, and making sure that we get a report back from the people who are the administration or the people who are in charge of those programs. That will help us make good decisions. Also, one of our strategic plan goals is to change our percentage, to increase our percentage of Latino Hispanic staff, as well as our Spanish-speaking staff.
You're on the loop now on this Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll have a newscast for you tonight at 5, 6, and 10 with your latest news of whatever develops on this Wednesday, plus Eric Granstrom at the sports desk. And with a preview, here's the anchor of the evening news, Grant Olson.
Good morning, Dan. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, more unsettled weather on tap for us today and tomorrow with wind and rain expected. I'll have the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric Granstrom has results from last night's high school soccer and volleyball action, as well as the latest on the World Series and the Kraken. That and all the day's news coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. I make a point to watch the evening news every night, even though I work here. I still like to do it anyway. And we'd want you to be a part of it. If you have a news tip or you want to drop us a note and say hi, the tools in the toolbox are right down there at the bottom of your screen. Go to our Facebook page and drop us a note via Facebook Messenger. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, or you can go to our homepage, ncwlife.com, and click on the Contact Us icon. After a 1-minute break, highlights of Game 1 of the 117th edition of the World Series, plus highlights of last night's Cascade and Cashmere girls soccer, latest prep reports, and the Kraken pull off their very first home victory. We'll have that on this Winning Wednesday. It's all coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
North Central Washington, serving youth ages 3 to 18. Register today in one of Campfire's programs. Club members meet regularly with volunteer leaders to learn responsibility, sharing, cooperation, and citizenship. When a child is involved in Campfire, they will be actively learning and engaged in activities, encouraged to learn new skills, feel a part of the group, learn to work in a team setting, participate in planning, goal setting, and making lasting memories.
ColorFX has moved their shop to a larger location to expand their services, including adding in a state-of-the-art large format printer. They got it. You need banners? They got them. You need vinyl decals for your cars, trucks, vans, or trailers in just about any size? Yeah, they got it. ColorFX has also been providing fun swag and clothing for local churches and high schools around our valley for decades. Support your local print shop. Call ColorFX in Cashmere today.
19 minutes after the hour in sports, Game 1 of the World Series goes to the Braves, but they lost their ace pitcher in the process. The Braves down Houston 6-2 last night. In the process, though, Charlie Morton has a fractured tibia. He got hit by a line drive in the third inning, and he had to come out, but by then, Atlanta held a commanding lead thanks to Jorge Soler and Adam Duvall.
Here's one slammed into left field. How about that start to the World Series? Soler will take the trip, and he puts Atlanta up 1-0. with a first swing of the Fall Classic. And right away, 2 close pitches that he took, got behind 2-0, and then a sinker down the middle of the plate. Soler known for his strikeouts and homers, and there's no better way to check into the World Series with this swing right here. Short left field porch. Valdez just trying to fight to stay in the game. This one is a rocket into left and gone. 5-0 Atlanta here in the 3rd inning as Duvall goes deep. What a start to game 1 for the Braves. And that'll be it for Framber Valdez.
Astros never really challenged in last night's game, and that meant Will Smith, the closer of the Braves, got to do the honors of winning the game.
Pressure for the home team tomorrow night. Ground ball right side. Albies has it. Game over. And the Braves take game 1, 6-2. Well, it's a game the Braves needed to win at least one game at home, but it was a costly one as they lost their star pitcher, Charlie Morton.
Game 2 tonight. I'll be watching. Of course, I'll be watching. 5:08 first pitch in Houston. Max Fried will take on Jose Urquidy. The Seattle Kraken broke open last night with a big victory over the Canadians, 5-1 the final at Climate Pledge Arena. Easy for me to say. Jordan Eberle scored just 62 seconds into the game, and he helped set up the tone. The Kraken fans are rocking and rolling. Seattle wins its first ever home game.
For Dominic Ducharme and the Canadians, Alex Wenberg to the outside. Jordan Eberle, he'll cut across. He scores! Jordan Eberle with his first of the season, and the Kraken are off and running. Mike Hoffman busting in a great pass. What a save! Grubauer, dandy, off Brendan Gallagher. A reverse by Larson. Little trouble brewing. Grubauer the stop. They score on the follow-up. With open ice, he'll stop, look around, here comes Alexiak. They score! Brandon Tanev on the doorstep. Seattle transitions out, here's Gord, he'll delay, right out in front, what a goal! Yanni Gord with his first as a Kraken. And Seattle long changes, here comes Gord, now Tanev in front, he scores! That'll bring the house down! Open ice, Ryan Donato walks in, he scores! How about that? The Seattle Kraken have their first win ever at Climate Pledge Arena.
I think Seattle's a hockey town. Brandon Tanev had a couple of goals. You saw Eberle score, Yanni Gord scored, Ryan Donato had a goal. Seattle will host Minnesota Thursday at 7 o'clock. Kashmir officially earned the Caribou Trail League title last night, 1-0 the final. The Bulldogs over the Cascade Kodiaks. We had the game right here on the NCW Life channel. Sebastian Moraga and John Springer with the call.
The through ball, Fernandez! Goal, 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 goal! Kashmir gets on the board. Natalie Dart. 25 minutes, 24 seconds. An unfortunate miscue for the goalkeeper for Cascade, and that's all Kashmir needed, Coach.
That was a really nice run by Natalie. She and the other forward there, I didn't catch who it was, but they crisscrossed. They kind of both came from different directions. She initially didn't get the ball. She looped back around into open space and capitalized on the error there. So that was a great run, though. Great recognition of what was going on.
Is Bjorklund. Gillespie, the shot across. Who's there? The shot! Oh, my word! What an effort.
Boy, this is a great response.
What an effort.
Yeah, great run. Perfect ball right across the goal, in the middle of the goal.
Helping her out on the right side is Tava Dillon. Walker, personal maneuver, the shot. Walker! And the crossbar saves Kashmir and then some, Coach Springer.
Oh, my goodness. What a great run. Boy, she cut that back nicely. She just kept weaving through there and set up the perfect shot just off the crossbar.
And Courtney
Oh,
And
that'll do
there's
it.
the whistle that says that senior night belongs to the Kashmir Bulldogs by a tally of 1-0.
All right, to the Les Schwab scoreboard we go, to the soccer pitch. Other scores last night: West Valley dumped Eastmont 4-2. Wenatchee stopped Moses Lake 7-2. Chelan covered Quincy. Omak blasted Brewster. And Liberty Bell outscored Okanagan. Prep volleyball last night: Eastmont surprising West Valley swept the Rams on their home court 3-0. Wenatchee blanked Moses Lake. They are still undefeated in Big 9 play. Chelan swept Quincy. Brewster over Lake Roosevelt. And Okanagan clinched the Central Washington B-League title with a 3-0 win over Ranson. And while we're talking about volleyball, a reminder, we'll be at Wenatchee High School senior night tomorrow night. Panthers host Sunnyside. Eric Granstrom with the call. Pre-game 6:45 right here on your home for local sports. That's us, the NCW Life Channel, and those are just some of the games that people are playing. On this 27th day of October, it is National Black Cat Day. They get a bad rep, and they shouldn't. In a lot of countries and a lot of cultures, black cats are the opposite of what we think of black cats. In Great Britain and Japan, black cats symbolizes good luck. In the Egyptians, the ancient Egyptians considered black cats to be lucky. Fishermen, sailors, and pirates would bring black cats on board their ships for good luck. And yet here in the United States, we associate black cats with bad luck. In fact, black cats are the least likely cats to be adopted from local shelters and humane societies. I don't know why. I've had a couple of black cats in my life, and they were pretty darn cool. Why black cats get the bad rap that they do is beyond me. They're just got different colors, that's all. Anyway, if a black cat crosses your path, you'll be fine, all right? It's not a bad omen. Happy Black Cat Day today, 27th day of October today in history. Happy birthday to Philadelphia, one of my favorite cities. Speaking of a thing or a person or a city that gets a bad rap, Philadelphia gets a bad rap. I don't know why. It's a great town. Philadelphia is 339 years old today, so we want to wish the city brotherly love a happy birthday. Not surprisingly, because it's so old, it was the first in a lot of things in this country, of course. The first capital of the United States was in Philadelphia. Philadelphia had the first library, the first hospital, the first medical school. A remarkable fact, 1 out of every 6 doctors in this country was educated in Philadelphia. They have a tremendous medical schools there. Philadelphia had the very first stock exchange, the very first zoo. Philadelphia, it's a great town. Check it out if you get a chance. It's 339 years old today. The Cuban Missile Crisis, yowza, man, it reached its nadir or its apex, however you want to describe it, on this date. 2 significant events. A lot of people forget, they think that, well, nobody died during the Cuban Missile Crisis after we discovered Soviet missiles in Cuba, knowing that Cuba did not have the wherewithal to build them themselves. Somebody had to do it, and of course it was the Soviets. One guy did die. Rudolph Anderson of the United States Air Force was the only direct human casualty of the Cuban Missile Crisis. His U-2 reconnaissance airplane was shot down over Cuba by Soviet-supplied surface-to-air missiles. We knew about that. What we didn't know, and we didn't find out until just a few years ago, is how close we came. How close we came. A Soviet submarine, the B-59, in the waters off the coast of Cuba. There was a blockade. A number of Navy ships figured there might be a sub down there. They dropped down depth charges to force the submarine to the surface. The submarine, the Soviet submarine, had nuclear warheads. There were 3 officers on board. All 3 of them had to agree to fire the nuclear weapons at the naval fleet. One guy said no. His name was Vasily Arkhipov. Vasily Arkhipov, the chief political officer on board the B-59, said no. The other 2 officers said, let's blow them up. Vasily said no. He is now known worldwide as the man who saved the world. None of this was known until just a few years ago. Still freaks me out. Let's move forward to the 7th and deciding game of one of the greatest World Series ever played. In 2003, ESPN named this the greatest World Series ever, and for good reason. It was the Twins and the Braves. 5 of the 7 games was decided by a single run, 4 were decided in the final at-bat. 3 games of the 1991 World Series went into extra innings, and it ended like this.
Minnesota bench hoping to get this winning run across here in the 10th. It's carried by Dan Gladden at third. Bases loaded, 1 out. Infielders are sort of halfway at second and short. Pena in a jam. The Twins are going to win the World Series. The Twins have won it. It's a base hit. It's a 1-0 10-inning victory.
The 1991 World Series was an all-time epic classic. It was great. Now, the 2016 World Series, I think since has surpassed it. That was, of course, the Cubs and the Indians because of the great history and the Cubs breaking their long losing streak. The 2016 World Series was a phenomenal World Series, but the 1991 World Series was a great one as well. And finally, after 86 years of futility, they are the champs at last. The Boston Red Sox defeat the St. Louis Cardinals to win their first ever World Series after 86 years. Here you go. Yeah, pretty cool. I don't know if you noticed at the very end of the celebration, or right when it started, Doug Minkiewicz, the first baseman of the Boston Red Sox, caught the final out. Doug Minkiewicz kept the ball. As dictated, it's baseball tradition, you keep the ball. Boston hadn't won the World Series in 86 years. The curse of the Bambino was over, so everybody wanted the baseball. Memorabilia collectors. Doug Minkiewicz was sitting on a small fortune. Controversy, of course, resulted when the Red Sox asked for the ball back. They said, you're an employee of the Boston Red Sox. You don't get to keep the ball. The ball belongs to us. And Doug Minkiewicz said, no, I'm going to keep the ball. Going to keep the ball. They got so mad they traded him to the New York Mets. And right after they traded Doug Minkiewicz to the New York Mets, Doug Minkiewicz and the Red Sox came to a gentleman's agreement. They said for the year 2005, the Red Sox can hold the ball temporarily and they can tour. Basically, the World Series trophy toured, and the ball toured all over the states of New England and Boston during the summer of 2005. And at the end, the ball was supposed to be returned to Doug Minkiewicz. He was so unpopular by wanting to keep the ball that he and his wife were actually, they had death threats. These people took it way too seriously. Finally, at the end of November in 2005, the Red Sox sued Doug Minkiewicz, said, the ball belongs to us. And Doug Minkiewicz said, no, the ball belongs to me. Finally, in April of 2006, Doug Minkiewicz and the Boston Red Sox reached some sort of settlement. It's never been revealed what the agreement was. My guess is money. And the baseball is now in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Oh, and the Red Sox won. Birthdays. At 33 minutes after the hour, Isaac Singer brought sewing to the masses. Other people, Elias Howe, for one, invented the sewing machine, patented the sewing machine. What Isaac Singer did, he made his machine easier to use, practical. He made it for homes to use instead of industry in the making of clothes. And the best thing that Isaac Singer did was he made it affordable by making it easy payments. Yes, you can buy a Singer sewing machine, we'll send you the machine, and you can make monthly payments because they ain't cheap. Made Isaac Singer a rich man. And there's also this. Stay with me now. Isaac Singer got married, had 2 kids with his wife. He also had a mistress, Isaac Singer did. He had 10 children with his mistress. Then he got tired of his first mistress, got a second mistress. Isaac Singer did. He had 7 kids with his second mistress. Got tired of her, got a third mistress, had a child with her. Then his wife, who had 2 of his children, died. He got married again and had 6 children with his second wife. 26 kids with 5 different women. Isaac Singer. And finally, the 26th President of the United States, Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, born in the state in 1858, still the youngest president ever. He was 42 when he got the gig after the death of William McKinley, the 26th President of the United States, born in the state in 1958. He hated the name Teddy. Nobody ever called him Teddy to his face. He was Theodore. Again, the youngest president ever in our country's history, 42 years old. The first president ever to leave the country while in office. He visited the Panama Canal Zone. No president had ever left the United States while president. He was the first to do that. And until Donald Trump came along, he was the only president to be born in New York City. And he didn't live very long. He only lived to the age of 60. He was only 50 when he left the White House. All right, 35 minutes after the hour. We have an opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. Don't forget about that. My conversation with Linda Haglund, the executive director of the WDA, Trick or Treating, Ghosts and Goblins on the Ave on Sunday. But it's Winning Wednesday. Yep, here we go again. 2 tickets to the VIP Lounge at the Gateway Cinema, the only way to watch a movie. 2 tickets to the VIP Lounge, and you can use this pass, if you'd win it, anytime between now and May of next year. We're going to throw in an NCW Life Channel mug for one winner. One winner is going to win the whole prize, including I put some Halloween candy in there for you too. And the always sought after NCW Life Channel mouse pad. The mouse pad, the mug, the candy, the movie passes. Winner at ncwlife.com. Winner at ncwlife.com. It's email address only. You have to be at least 21. You have to be an important person. Employees of Solion Broadcasting and Local Telecommunications and their immediate families are not eligible to win. Sorry, Alicia. We'll do the drawing on Facebook Live at 10 o'clock, and I will email the winner. Winner at ncwlife.com. 1 entry per email address. All right? There you go. You're watching Wake Up in Anchi Valley on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, independent agent and owner at Springwater Insurance Group here in North Central Washington. And it's that time of year again. October 15th to December 7th, that is the time if you have a Medicare plan, do I want to keep it or do I want to change it? For any of those questions, give us a call at Springwater Insurance Group because we're independent agents. We don't work with one company, we work with many companies because all of you have different situations and needs. So if you have questions about 2021 Medicare plans, give us a call, 888-2600.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can lift this up. Time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
Ooh. You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it rocks.
Hey, Ellie, what's troubling you?
No one cares about insulation.
Out of sight, out of mind, I guess.
But it's just so effective and inexpensive. It's one of the best ways to warm your home. Shannon's PUD $1 per square foot rebate can often pay for the cost of a DIY blow-in installation to an attic. So are you gonna check out the rebates at shannonpud.org/save today?
Yeah!
Can you help me down? Let's go to shannonpud.org/save today.
Don't make plans to store your boat for the off-season until you've checked out the Super Package from Bob File Boats and Motors. With this package, you just drop your boat off for winterizing, and they take it from there. When you pick it up in the spring, it'll be ready to go for the next season. There are too many features in the Super Package to list here, so get the details, 509-884-3558.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody's entitled to my opinion. So now the Republicans are calling for Biden to be thrown out of office, and probably will be doing so for the next 3 years. Yep, it's going to go on that long because just as it was when the Dems were calling for Trump to be ousted, it ain't going to happen. Just as it was with the Dems and Trump, it's a pipe dream for Republicans to think that they can kick Uncle Joe out of the Oval Office. Now, if he's gonna go, my right-wing friends, it'll be the same way Trump went, and you'll have to vote him out in 2024. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
The Clearwater Soluna Casino is the perfect place to meet in East Wenatchee. The Old West theme takes you back in time with casino gambling and poker tables. And now you can play the best game on or off the tables. Stop by and check out the new game room. All your favorite games and extended late night hours makes the Clearwater your best bet for a great time. And if time slips away having so much fun, stay the night next door at the Cedars Inn. It's all here nightly at the Clearwater Soluna Casino in East Wenatchee.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Hi, Justin here, owner of Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Looking for a fun night out? Join us at Club Crow. We have live bands to rock the night away, comedy to make you laugh, and if that's not enough, we have poker every Monday and Wednesday night. Club Crow in Cashmere has it all. Check out our Facebook event page for dates and times. Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Come heck or high water on Sunday, October 31st. They've been doing this for well over 30 years. The Wenatchee Downtown Association is inviting all you ghosts and goblins to come to downtown Wenatchee to get your Halloween candy, courtesy of our friends Dave and Sandy Gallatley. We love the Gallatleys. Well, we love Sandy. Dave's all right. our friends at Plaza Superjet, Goodfellow Brothers, and Numerica Credit Union. And here to talk about all of that and more, making her very first appearance, by the way, on Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley, never been here before, Linda Haglund, the Executive Director.
Very first appearance
of the
this
WA.
week.
Yes, this week, yes. Sunday, we talked about this off camera. Last year was in the middle of the COVID. There was so much unknowns. You cobbled it together with a lot of things that you didn't know how you're going to go about doing it. It went okay. This year, looks like your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. Health District has signed off. City has signed off. We're good to go downtown on Sunday, right?
We are. Last year we tried to drive through, and what we found when we did a drive through, and we did it, Pybus did it, and the City of Wenatchee did it at the Town Toyota Center, tried this drive through thing. So many people could not come, and we disappointed a lot of people, which is a really hard thing from my heart. So we talked to the health department early on, and we believe that from 1 until 3 on Sunday, we could provide a little bit of normality back to our community. So we're going to ask everybody to do a few things to help us stay within the guidelines. Dan, but between 2nd Street and Orondo, we're keeping everybody in the street, and we want people to come and the little goblins to wear their masks. And it's Halloween, right? Everybody loves wearing these things, right?
Absolutely.
So wear masks and get some candy. You notated it. Dave and Sandy, every year, this is an effort they love. Goodfellow Brothers stepped in and said, we want to help you buy the candy so the businesses that do and the organizations that do come down don't have to pay for candy. And then we went to Plaza Superjet again, who got us the candy. Then Numerica stepped in and they helped us buy masks and gloves and all the things we're going to need, bags to get this all going. And so with the help of all of those people, we're going to have a fun day downtown. Fingers crossed that the weather holds, but it looks like it's going to.
It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be sunny, a little chilly, but that's fine. Everybody's going to be in costumes anyway. And this works out really good, I think, for the businesses having once owned a downtown business. Halloween can be a bit chaotic. It's really hard to do business as the kids go from store to store to store to store. By having everybody out in the street, number one, it's good for social distancing and this kind of stuff. And it allows businesses who choose to be open on Sunday to be able to do business without having a bunch of people running into your store who aren't maybe necessarily going to purchase any items. They're just in there for the candy. So everything is going to be right down the middle of the avenue,
There
right?
is. And you know, the Chelan Douglas Fire District are bringing a fire truck down. Link's bringing a haunted bus down. Goodfellows is bringing a great big excavator. Waste Management is bringing a local favorite is a brand new sparkling garbage truck. The kids just love seeing that. So we'll have some big vehicles in the street. We'll start shutting the street down about noon to be able to accommodate this at 1. But we hope there'll be fun things to look at. People will mill around, get their candy. And you said it right. In 2019, the sidewalk was a sea of humanity, barely inching down. We can't do that way. So we're just going to keep it off the sidewalk. It will be totally for walking, and all the trick-or-treating will happen in the street.
And it's for you parents out there, it's the safest way to do it. You don't have to worry about your kids going to strangers' houses and everything. It's in the daylight, and it's really the only way to do it, which is probably one of the reasons it's been unbelievably successful in the 30-plus odd years they've been doing this. Everybody knows now the place to go for your tricks-or-treaters for your kids is to go downtown and be safe.
It is, and we went a little earlier. We went 1 to 3 because we know a lot of churches do their trunk-or-treats and their safe night trick-or-treating in the churches in the evening. Many churches are doing that again this year, so we're 1 to 3 to give families a chance to go and dump the candy and go get candy somewhere else.
And it's advantageous that it's on a Sunday.
It is.
If it was on a weeknight, you'd have to do it, much later in the day.
We would, yeah.
That's good.
We would.
So again, they're going to shut down Wenatchee Avenue to this traffic, and not this traffic, between 2nd and Orondo. So you can still go east and west on 2nd and Orondo, but you can't drive down the avenue in that, 4-block radius?
It's really 3 blocks.
3-block radius. It's the only way to do it. Absolutely. You got other things in the hopper. You got a busy November. First of all, Veterans Day is coming up on November 11th, and the banners will be back, right?
We have 100 banners hanging again.
That's a new record.
Well, last year and this year have both been 100. 35 will hang in East Wenatchee. I will give you a little bit of tips. The 35 in East Wenatchee, 13 are in the same family. And I know, right, of the 35. And then we have the rest of the 65 will hang on Wenatchee Avenue, Mission, Chelan, and Orondo. And it's going to be really special this year. We have a family name in this town is Gutzweiler. We have 3 Gutzweiler brothers that will hang side by side on the avenue. We have Gene Sherritt and his brother hanging again. I have 6 Gold Star heroes. Some great stories, and a special thank you to the Wenatchee World. Wenatchee World takes all these stories, all these pictures, and creates a booklet. My preface letter is from a general. Last year it was General retired George Mattis. This year it's a retired general that lives in Leavenworth, and he wrote my preface to the booklet. And we'll notate the Gold Stars a little differently this year. And then, just so everybody knows, this is not a fundraiser for us. We have them sourced through Go USA locally, and every penny beyond getting the banners made goes to NCW Vets Serving Vets the Bunker. They're the organization in this town that receives no government funding. They have no paid employees. They really, their heart is for our heroes 100% in this community.
When do the banners go up?
They'll be up the whole month of November.
And that's been something that you did just a couple of years ago, and started having them up for a couple of weeks. They're up for the entire month.
4th year, and thank you to both mayors who, because it's their city crew that hangs them. They don't let me on the ladder to hang these banners. Good idea. And then they keep the American flags in our downtowns for the entire month of November. When we started this, I had 21 banners the first year 4 years ago. And my heart has always been, in this place that we love, we want the message clear. We honor our heroes here. So if you're going to see some of these pictures or some of these names, you might not recognize the pictures, so some of them look really young, and say, I didn't know they served, So those are your opportunities to go through that booklet and thank our heroes, particularly our Vietnam heroes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Want to talk wine real quick before I cut you loose?
Do.
Let's talk a little vino.
All right, so last year we could not do this. This year we're going to try again. And again, thank you. Moss Adams is helping us with this. And again, Dave and Sandy help us with this. And it is our holiday open house and wine walk. We know it has to look a little different. We can't sell all 500 tickets. We have to limit our ticket sales to limit capacities in the stores. But there will be 18 locations that will pour wine that day. It's the 13th of November from 12 until 5. So there will be 4 tasting rooms and 14 businesses that you can taste wine that day. We made the ticket sales a little easier. It's on our website now, so you don't have to go through any of the ticket sourcing places. You can buy the tickets off our website. The beginning locations will be at the Chamber and at Davis Furniture. And you can stroll through downtown, start your holiday shopping. By what I mean it looks a little different, we give you a beautiful wine glass, right, that you used to be able to go place to place, and, well, they don't want you to go with that same glass.
That's understandable.
So we've sourced little tasting cups at every location that will be, you throw them away and move on. The places providing food will also be individually served, and we'll just try to do everything, again, within the guidelines. But again, to help jumpstart these businesses. We have a couple other initiatives. I'll come back and see you again. Yep. We're going to do some fun things also for the holidays. Atlas Fair partnered with us to do a fun, we're calling it Mingle and Jingle, Keep It Local Style. So we're going to do some really fun things, and I'll come back and talk to you about those when we have more time.
I can't get into Atlas Fair, Top. You're too damn popular.
Yeah.
Do something about that.
They sponsored something for us, too.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's great to have top-flight restaurants and businesses in downtown Wenatchee. Folks are coming back. By the way, the wine walk we just talked about at the holiday open house is Saturday the 13th. Saturday the 13th begins at noon. Tickets at the WDA website. Let's save some of the goodies for our next visit. All right.
Let's do it.
Good. And thanks for the masks.
You got
Where do we get these? Are you going to be handing these out, by the way?
I'll be handing those out.
Okay.
All the businesses and all the organizations, I'm going to give them all the different color, pretty little masks we got, and some gloves. And then if anybody needs one, I'm sure we're going to have a whole lot of masks to give anybody that wants one.
One more piece of advice on this Sunday for Halloween. Again, 1 to 3 in downtown Wenatchee in the middle of the street. Link runs on Sundays now.
Yes,
so if you don't want to mess with the parking and all that stuff, you can take the Link bus right downtown to the Columbia Station and walk, and you're right there. Might be the way to go about doing it.
Might be the way to go.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Linda Haglund making her very first appearance, by the way, on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Happy Halloween to you. I will see you soon. Thanks for the goodies.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Bye.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Scare Crazy in Cashmere. It's a spooktacular good time all month long in Cashmere. Scarecrows will be waiting for you throughout the town. Silly ones, spooky ones, and everything in between. Yeah, it's Scare Crazy in Cashmere. Bring the family and find the scarecrows all around Cashmere. And be sure to thank these fine sponsors.
Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, natural pet care in everything they do. Club Crow Bar and Grill, home of the blues, brews, and barbecue.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCW Life and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
The Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center brings you Vibrant Motion, a new hour-long exercise program featuring local instructors Connie Townsend and Pat Robbins. Each week, we'll bring you a new episode with aerobics or Tai Chi. We promise you'll get a heart-pumping, low-impact workout regardless of your age. Join us for Vibrant Motion, weekdays on the NCW Life channel. Check your program guide for airtimes.
All right, 45 degrees, clear skies, sunny and windy today. Forecast details are coming up, but first, one more reminder. Winning Wednesday, send in your email, winner at ncwlife.com, winner at ncwlife.com. One entry per email address. You have to be at least 21 because these are tickets to the VIP spot. The only way to watch a movie out there at the Gateway Cinema. Plus some bonus prizes, an NCW Life Channel mug with candy inside. And the always popular NCW Life Channel mouse pad. One lucky person wins the whole schmear. All right, winner at ncwlife.com. We'll do the drawing at 10 o'clock, and we'll do it on our Facebook page, and we'll do it live. Fair enough. Windy today. Wind gusts, sustained wind gusts, especially for the Waterville Plateau. Take a look at what we're looking at, especially that circle there. That's going to be the windiest of the windy conditions as the jet stream is pointed right at us. So up in the Waterville Plateau, you're going to get blown around a little bit. Also in the Chelan area, you can see these are the wind gusts, not the sustained winds. Sustained winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour, but gusts above 40, a distinct possibility for the Waterville Plateau. Heads up there. Also, we have a flood watch. It begins at 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, goes until 11 o'clock on Thursday night because of the recent burn scars in the Okanagan area, specifically the Cedar Creek fire and the Cub Creek fire, and in Okanagan County in the Medhow Valley. Chelan County, of course, the 25-mile fire burned for quite some time above Lake Chelan. Those are going to be susceptible to rock and mudslides with the incoming rain, so we have a flood watch there. And what's causing all this? Take a look. The jet stream is pointed right at the Pacific Northwest. It's like a giant fire hose. So as you can see, the winds are coming in right before the rain. And so we're going to have clear and windy conditions today, and then the rain will begin just shortly after sunset tonight. And, well, it's going to rain. We're going to see a widespread, steady rain, not heavy deluge kind of a rain, but certainly rainy enough for the Wenatchee Valley in north central Washington. Lots of sunshine, lots of wind today. High 55. The rain begins tonight, and you'll wake up tomorrow morning with rain, and it's going to rain all day Thursday. But there is some warm air coming in with the jet stream. It is ushering in some more tropical moisture on Thursday, but look for rain tonight, all day Thursday. We dry out early Friday morning, and then we'll have quite a bit of sunshine and fairly cool temperatures for the last 3 days of October, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Halloween before Monday comes and November comes as well. That's it for us. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.